Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to a new lesson on Durusu العربية للناشئين. Inshallah, today we are going to look at lesson 24. We have الدرس الرابع والعشرون, lesson 24. And the topic is going to be سعيد يعمل الشاي. سعيد يعمل الشاي. This means Sa'id is making the tea. So now let's start with the al-hiwar, that is the conversation. And the conversation is going to be between al-ummu and Sa'idun. So al-ummu, that is the mother, and Sa'id is her son. So the ummu, she said, Ayna anta ya Sa'idu. This means, where are you, O Sa'id? Aina anta. So anta here means you, referring to the male. So when she wants to refer to the female, she's going to say Aina anti, ya Fatimatu, for instance. So when you are referring to a male, you say anta. Aina anta ya Sa'idun. This means, where are you, O Sa'id? So Sa'id replied by saying, Ana fil matbakh. This means, I am in the kitchen. أنا في المطبخ. I am in the kitchen. الأم, she further said, ماذا تفعل? ماذا تفعل? This means, what are you doing? ماذا تفعل? What are you doing? Referring to the male. When she's referring to the female, she's going to say ماذا تفعلين, which means, what are you doing? Sa'idun replied, and he said, أعمل الشاي Ya ummi. This means, I am making the tea, O mother. A'malu shaya ya ummi. I am making the tea, O my mother. So Sa'id said, or he further said, Hal fil ibriqi ma'un. This means, is there in the kettle water, or is there water in the kettle? Hal fil ibriq. Ibriq means the kettle. The ma'un means water. Hal fil ibriqi ma'un. This means, is there water in the kettle? The al-ummu replied by saying, Na'am fil ibriqi ma'un. This means, yes, in the kettle there is water. Sa'idun, he said, Ayna shayu ya ummi. Where is the tea, O my mother? Ayna shayu ya ummi. Where is the tea, O my mother? Then al-ummu replied by saying, Ash-shayu ala ar-raffi. This means, the tea is on the shelf. Ar-raff means the shelf. Ash-shayu ala ar-raffi. This means, the tea is on the shelf. Sa'idun, he then also asked, وَأَيْنَ الْفِنْجَانُ يَا أُمِّي. This means, and where is the cup, O my mother? Al-Finjan means the cup. Then Al-Ummu, she replied by saying, Al-Finjanu fi duruji. This means, the cup is in the drawer. Ad-duruj means drawer. So al-finjanu fi duruji means the cup is in the drawer. Sa'idun further asked, Wa ayna sukkaru ya ummi. This means, and where is the sugar, O my mother? Al-ummu replied, As-sukkaru hunaka fil khizanati. This means, the sugar is there in the cupboard. So al-khizana means the cupboard or the cabinet. So as-sukkaru hunaka fil khizanati means the sugar is there in the cupboard. Al-ummu further said, Hayya ya Sa'idu. This means, come on, O Sa'id. Hayya means come on, O Sa'id. Al-ma'u yaghli. The water is boiling. Al-ma'u yaghli. The water is boiling. Sa'idun, he replied by saying, Halan ya ummi. Halan ya ummi means, all right, oh my mother. Ash-shayu jahizun. The tea is ready. تفضلي. Come on. So this is the end of the conversation between Al-Ummu and Sa'id, that is the mother and her son Sa'id. So now we are going to look at some of the exercises that are below this conversation. So first is the first exercise is we have an instruction that says أجب عن الأسئلة الآتية مستعينا بالصور. This means أجب means answer عن الأسئلة الآتية, the following questions, مستعينا بالصور, with the aid of the pictures or using the pictures. Meaning here we are provided with some questions, then we'll provide the answer to them with the aid of the pictures that are above them. So the first question is أين الشاي? This means where is the tea? So as you can see the shelf in the picture, meaning the tea is on the shelf. So we are going to say الشاي على الرف. The tea is on the shelf. So that is an example for us. Then number 2, that is what we are going to do, 2, 3, and 4. So number 2 says أين الكرة, which means where is the ball? And as you can see, the ball is on the bat, that is basketball bat. So here we are going to say الكرة في المضرب. الكرة في المضرب means the ball is on the bat. Then the next question says أين النظارة? This means where is the glass? So as you can see, the glass is on the bag. So النظارة فوق الحقيبة. This means the glass is on top of the bag. So the next question says أين الإبريق? Where is the kettle? So as you can see, the kettle is on top of the cupboard. So here we say الإبريق فوق الخزانة, which means the kettle is on top of the cupboard. So that is the end of the first one. Then the second one says استبدل كما في المثال. استبدل means exchange or change. كما في المثال, as in the example. So here we are provided with an example. With that we'll be able to complete the exercise. So the example we have في الإبريق ماء, which means in the kettle there is water. So the example says شاي, that is we have شاي, meaning now we are going to exchange the water with tea. So now we say, instead of us to say في الإبريق ماء, now we say في الإبريق شاي, which means in the kettle there is tea. So number 1 says al-khizana. So here we have a new word, meaning now we are going to exchange al-ibriq with al-khizana, the new word. So now we say fil khizanati shayun, which means in the cupboard there is tea. Number 2 says kutubun, meaning now we exchange shayun with kutub. So now we say fil khizanati kutubun, in the cupboard there are books. So this is how we are going to complete the remaining exercise. So on your own you can complete the rest part of the exercise, and if you have any problem while carrying out the exercise, you should feel free to drop that in the comment section. So now let's proceed to the next one. We have so now the next exercise, we have an instruction that says أعد الجمل الآتية. This means repeat the following sentences مع زيادة الكلمات, by adding the words التي تسمعها, that you hear or that you see written after them, بين القوسين, between the brackets, كما في أمثلة ألف, as in the example of Alif. So now let's look at the example. The whole of Majmu'atu Alif, that is the whole of Alif, is an example for us. Then Ba and Jim, that is what we are going to do as the exercise. So now let's look at Majmu'atu Alif. So first we have أخذ الفنجان. This means he took the cup. أخذ الفنجان, he took the cup. Then number 2 says والإبريق, meaning we are going to add this new expression or word to the previous one, because we said in this instruction أعد الجمل الآتية, repeat the following question مع زيادة الكلمات التي تسمعون, by adding the words that you see after them. Meaning now we are going to say أخذ الفنجان والإبريق, that he took the cup and the kettle. So in the number 3 we have من الدرج, meaning we are going to attach this now to our formal expression. So now we say أخذ الفنجان والإبريق من الدرج, meaning he took the cup and the kettle from the shelf. So number 4 we have man, meaning who. So now we cannot add this to the end of it, rather it will be best for us to add it from the beginning of it. So now we say من أخذ الفنجان والإبريق من الدرج, meaning who took the cup and the kettle from the shelf. So that was an example for us. So now we have ba and jim as the exercise that we are going to do. So ba says وضعت السكر. وضعت السكر means you put the sugar. So وضعت السكر, you put the sugar. Then below it we have والشاي and the tea, meaning now we are going to say وضعت السكر والشاي, you put the sugar and the tea. Then below it we also have في الإبريق. في الإبريق, that is in the kettle. So now meaning we are going to say وضعت السكر والشاي في الإبريق. This means you put the sugar and the tea in the kettle. So the next one we have لماذا, which means why. So here we cannot attach this to the end of it, rather it will be more suitable for us to put it at the beginning of it. So meaning here we are going to say لماذا وضعت السكر والشاي في الإبريق, meaning why did you put the sugar and the tea in the kettle. So that is the ba. So now moving on to the next one, we have al-kutubu ala raf. This means the books are on the shelf. Al-kutubu ala raf, the books are on the shelf. So first we have hal. So meaning we are going to add this to the beginning of it. So we say halil kutub ala rafi. Halil kutubu ala rafi, meaning are the books on the shelf. So below it we have wal aqlam, meaning here we are going to attach al aqlam to the previous expression now. So now we say halil kutubu wal aqlamu ala rafi, are the books and the pens on the shelf. So below it we also have shahadta. So now we say hal shahadta al-kutuba wal-aqlama ala rafi, meaning did you see the books and the pens on the shelf? So now it's beginning to make sense. هل شاهدت الكتب والأقلام على الرف? Did you see the books and the pens on the shelf? So that is the end of that exercise. So the next one we have أجب عن الأسئلة الآتية, which means answer the following questions. So these are questions that are relating to our previous exercise. So the first one is لماذا دخل سعيد المطبخ? This means why did Sa'id enter the kitchen? So we can still remember Sa'id entered the kitchen to prepare the tea. So in that case we are going to say دخل سعيد المطبخ ليعمل الشاي, that Sa'id entered the kitchen to make the tea. So the next question says, إلى ماذا يحتاج سعيد ليعمل الشاي? This means, what did Sa'id need to prepare the tea? What did Sa'id need to prepare the tea? So here we are going to say, يحتاج سعيد إلى الماء والشاي والفنجان ليعمل الشاي. This means Sa'id needs the water and the cup and the tea to prepare the tea. So next one says, أين وجد سعيد الشاي? This means, where did Sa'id found the tea? So I think Sa'id found the tea in the ad-duruj, that is the drawer. So here we are going to say, وجد سعيد الشاي في الدرج. That Sa'id found the tea on the drawer. So this is how you are going to complete the rest part of the exercise. So now let's move on to the next one. Here we have تكلم, that is speak. هات أسئلة وأجوبة. Bring question and answer كما في المثال, as in the example, مستخدما الضمير, by using the pronouns. So the first we have يفتح النافذة, that is he is opening the window. So in the solution we have هل أفتح النافذة? This means, should I open the window? So the response is نعم افتحها. That means, yes, open it. So as you can see at the end of it, we have the pronoun ha, which means it. So as you could remember, in the instruction they said مستخدما الضمير, by attaching the pronoun to the end of the word. So in the exercise, the first one we have يرتب الحجرة, which means he is arranging the room. So in this case we are going to say هل أرتب الحجرة, which means, should I arrange the room? So the response is going to be نعم رتبها, which means, yes, arrange it. So the next one we have ينظف المكتبة. So we say هل أنظف المكتبة, should I arrange or organize the office? So the response would be نعم نظفه. نعم نظفه means, yes, arrange it. So in this case we are going to use who instead of her. Why? Because we are referring to al-maktab, and al-maktab is in masculine gender, that is mudhakkar, not in feminine gender. So the next one is yaknusu al-arda. So in this case we are going to say hal aknusu al-arda, should I sweep the floor? So the response will be na'am uknushu, yes, sweep it. So here we are also using who instead of her, because al-arda is mudhakkar, masculine gender noun. So this is how you are going to complete this exercise. So now let's proceed to the next one. We have takallam, that means speak. Hati as'ilatan wa ajwibatan, bring question and answer. Kama fil mithal, as in the example. So the example will have ad-duruj and sukkarun. So in this case we are going to use these two words to formulate question and answer. So in the first part of it we are going to say hal fi duruji sukkarun, which means, is there in the drawer sugar, or is sugar in the drawer? So in the second part we say na'am fi duruji sukkarun, yes, in the drawer there is sugar. So in the exercise we have al-mu'askaru and khiyamun. So in this case we are going to say hal fil mu'askari khiyamun, which means, is in the camp tent. Al-mu'askar means camp, then khiyamu means tent, and the plural of khiyamun is khaymatun. So hal fil mu'askari khiyamun, is in the camp tent. So the answer will be na'am fil mu'askari khiyamun, yes, in the camp there is tent. So the second one we have al-mal'abu and talamidhu. Al-mal'abu and talamidhu. So we'll firstly say hal fil mal'abi talamidhun, is in the field students. So we say نعم في الملعب تلاميذ. Yes, in the field there are students. So this is how you complete the rest part of the exercise. So now let's go to the next one. We have أجب عن الأسئلة الآتية. This means answer the following questions. I think in this exercise, these questions, they are self questions. That is, they are not referring to the passage. So the first one we have Aina Jiddatun. That is, where is Jiddah? So we are going to say Jiddatun fil mamlakati al-Arabiyyati Saudiya. That is, Jeddah is found in the Saudi Arabia kingdom. So number two, we have Ila ayna tadhhabu hadha al-masa. This means, where are you going to this evening? Ila ayna tadhhabu hadha al-masa. Where are you going to this evening? So you could say Adhhabu ila al-madrasati fi hadha al-masa. I am going to the school this evening. Number three, we have Ayna sadiquka. Where is your friend? So you could say my friend is in the house. So in this case you say Sadiqi fil bayt. My friend is in the house. Number four, we have Min ayna anta qadimun. Where are you coming from? So when you are coming from the market, for instance, you say Ana qadimun min as-suqi. I am coming from the market. Ayna manziluka. Where is your house? So you could say Manzili fi Nigeria. My house is in Nigeria, and so on. So this is how you are going to complete this exercise. So now let's proceed to the next one. Here we have Iqra, read. So here we have the number mi'atan, that is 200. So 100 is mi'atun, so 200 is mi'atan. Then the next is thalathu mi'a, that is 300. 400 will be arba'u mi'a, that is 400. Then uktub al-adad bil huruf kama fil mithal. That is, write the numbers in words, kama fil mithal, as in the example. So here we are going to be provided with a number in figures, then you write it in words. So the first number we have is, that is the example, we have 230. So this is mi'atani wa thalathun, that is 230. Mi'atan, 200, wa thalathun, and 13. So the first one we have 350. So we start by the bigger number first, that is the 100. We say thalathu mi'a, then 50, wa khamsun, thalathu mi'a wa khamsun. So the next we have 140. So we start by saying mi'a wa arba'un. 460, we say arba'u mi'a wa sittun, and so on. So number 5, Ajib anil as'ila al-atiya. Answer the following questions. Number 1, we have Hal tadhhabu ila nadi ghadan? This means, are you going to the club tomorrow? So for instance, if you are going to the club, you are going to say Na'am adhhabu ila nadi ghadan. Yes, I am going to the club tomorrow. Number 2, we have Mata taktubu wajibul yawm. This means, when are you writing today's assignment? When are you going to write today's assignment? So for instance, if you are writing it in the afternoon, you could say Aktubu wajib al-yawm fi nahar. That I will write today's assignment in the afternoon. Hal turidu qira'ata hadha ad-dars? Do you want to read this lesson? So you could say Na'am uridu qira'ata hadha ad-dars. That yes, I want to read this lesson. The next is Masmuka, that is, what is your name? So you could say Ismi Hizbullah, my name is Hizbullah. Masmuhu, what is his name? Masmuhu, that who means his. What is his name? So Ismuhu Hasan, his name is Hasan. Masmuha, so in this case we are referring to the female, that is, what is her name? So here we are going to say Ismuha Zainabun, for instance, her name is Zainab, and so on. So the next one we have Imla al-firagh bi kalimati munasiba. Fill the blank space with a suitable word. مستعينا بالصورة, by using the picture. So number 1 we have فتحت فاطمة, then we have the blank space, and in the blank space we have the door. لتدخل, then we have the sun. So in this case we are going to say فتحت فاطمة الباب لتدخل الشمس. See, Fatima opened the door لتدخل الشمس, for the sun to come in. Number 2 we have رتب then we have the bed, meaning here we are going to say رتب السرير, which means arrange the bed. وضع سعيد, they will have the blank space, and in the blank space we have the cup. على, then we have the blank space, and which is the table. So here we will say وضع سعيد الكأس على المائدة, that Sa'id dropped or put the cup on the table. So the next one we have رتب الكلمات الآتية, arrange the following words لتصبح جملة مفيدة, to make a meaningful sentence. So number 1 we have النافذة الشمس فاطمة فتحت لتدخل. So in this case we will say فتحت فاطمة النافذة لتدخل الشمس, that Fatima opened the window for the sun to come in. So the next is المطبخ في الشاء سعيد يعمل. So here we say سعيد يعمل الشاي في المطبخ. Sa'id is preparing the tea in the kitchen, and so on. So the last one we have رتب العبارات, arrange the expressions لتصبح فقرة مفهومة, to become a meaningful paragraph. So number 1 is already done for us. We have دخل سعيد المطبخ ليعمل الشاي, that Sa'id entered the kitchen to prepare the tea. Then the next suitable one would be سأل سعيد أمه عن الشاي, that Sa'id asked his mother about the tea. Then وسألها عن الفنجان والسكر, and he asked her about the cup and the sugar. Then we have عمل سعيد الشاي, Sa'id prepared the tea. وقال, and he said الشاي جاهز, that the tea is ready. So this is the end of the exercises. We pray may Allah make this beneficial to us. Please, if you have any question to ask regarding the lesson, feel free to drop that in the comment section. We'll be glad to respond to it. See you in our next lesson. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.